Welcome back to the Scrapyard guys, Rajtronic here, and welcome back. We're going to do a tier list for the steel swords. Again, I want to make a very clear point that we have decided this is the final tier list that anyone is ever going to need. So don't bother fighting me in the comments below. I will just not listen to you. Unless you can provide me with some actual mathematical stats, I just won't believe you. So let's get into it. First up, we've got the basic steel sword. Essentially, it's the sword you get right from the get-go. I can't say a huge amount about it. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It will actually, do you for quite a while. People, I think, over-prioritize gear when they get into this game initially. I think the basic steel sword is perfectly acceptable. I am going to put it on a D rating. It's not the worst sword, but it is the least, useful sword. Put it that way. Okay, so Caerme. Caerme is a steel sword that increases critical hit damage by 50%, which is big. It's really big. It allows you to do a lot of damage. However, is it making it one of the best swords in the game? It's up there. It's not the best. I'm going to put it in a B ranking. The reason I'm putting it there is because you have to be good at hitting your crits for this sword to be valuable. Therefore, you're spending a lot of money. It is 6,400 gold. You want to be very good at hitting your crits in order to getting value for 6,400 gold. And that's why it's a B rating. Griffin is up next. It's a steel sword that increases the effectiveness of signs by 30%. I made this point in the silver sword video. Affecting signs by 30% is good, but you always have to remember that it only affects 2 of the 3 signs that you eventually unlock. Quen is not affected by this because how can you increase the effectiveness of the signs for 30%? You do no damage with Quen. It might be good if it gave you, I think Quen blocks 70% of damage. It might give you an extra bonus if you got an extra 30% on top of that. Again, I don't believe that to be true. Therefore, Griffin is going into the B category. It is good. It is worth 3,200 gold. If you're looking to prioritize what to buy next, it's a pretty good value sword. Next up is the Kaer Morhen steel sword, and I don't have a better image for this, I just pulled it off their Twitter page. It is a steel sword that increases experience points gained for killing monsters by 10%. Now, if you are watching this video before, I think it is the end of July, this is free as soon as you download the game. You get it given as a gift. If you are watching this in after that, hello from the past. I don't know. This sword might still be in the game. You might have to buy it. I honestly don't know. Right now, at this moment in time, for free, this sword is definitely an S tier. You get 10% XP. It's going to help you rank up faster. It's immediately going to replace your basic steel sword in every single fight. So it is definitely S tier because it's free. And 10% XP, who doesn't love that? Manticore is up next, and Manticore is a steel sword that reduces the cooldown for casting signs by 30%. Now, this is good because it affects all of your signs, and casting signs more often with potential buffs to those signs, perhaps you're using some potions and stuff like that, means you can cast them more often. If you're high enough level, sometimes you get a bonus proc of signs, so that's why Manticore is going up in the A class. Because it's good value. It's 3,200 gold. It affects all of the signs that you have unlocked. And yeah, casting signs more often is just going to help you interrupt monsters more often. And it's just phenomenal. I think where you're going with these next two, Ursine and Feline, I'm going to put them in the same category. We won't spend too much time on them. I said it in the silver sword. Swords that essentially only work for half the monster base. I have seen arguments in some of my comments below, and thank you guys for leaving comments on the previous video, that potentially easier monsters you can take down with fast attacks and harder late game monsters you take down with strong attacks. But again, I think that's anecdotal. I don't know if that's actually true or not. That's why I'm going to put them both in the C category. They're not that expensive, like they're 1,600 gold, but if I'm you and I'm starting the game out and you're looking for a good, you've bought your silver sword, you've bought some upgrades to your packages, which that's my priority list. If I'm honest, guys, that's what you should be doing. Then the next thing you're probably buying is a steel sword. And I think if you're grinding out the gold, I would not be spending 1,600 gold on either of these two, unless you have unlocked all the previous swords already at that point. And then lastly, we've got the Wolven sword, a steel sword that accelerates critical hit meter charge during melee combat by 10%. I think you know what I'm going to do with this. This is right up on the top. In my personal opinion, it is the next steel sword that I will purchase. I think just accelerating your crit. You're always doing crit damage on a steel sword if you're doing your strong attacks or fast attacks. You are always going to be generating crit meter stuff, and if you can generate crits faster, well then you're going to kill the monster faster, and for 3,200 gold, it is an absolute bargain. So that's why it's up there as an S tier. That's it. There we go. No more questions needed. I would treat this list as a sort of priority, what I should buy in what order in terms of swords. That's just personally me. As I said, I left a tier list maker down below. You can take this template and format it as you like. Send it back to me, put it on Twitter, put it in the Discord. Love to have a discussion about your logic and your regioning. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We are approaching 1,000 subs at this moment when I'm recording this video. I couldn't be more thankful. This game and this community has kind of reinvigorated my love for creating content and streaming and YouTube, and this game is great. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not getting out to play it as much as I'd like to play it, but you know, whatever, I'll make do. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm loving the discourse around the different games. I'm loving the comments that you guys are sending me, the likes, the subs, all that stuff. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next vid. Bye. Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you have the time, feel free to check out the other videos you might see on screen right now. Also, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe if you want to see more good content like this. That good content may not be that good.